I just didn't.
Ah, you're one of those, let's wing it kind of a guys, huh? All right, 6:35.
Okay, call the
I'll
order.
call meeting to order. And no need to appoint alternates. Then we have two sets of minutes to approve, the January minutes and the February minutes. So I'll take a motion to, first of all, approve the January minutes.
I'll move.
All right, is,
I'll second.
okay. And then let's see,
Do we vote on those?
any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Okay,
That's unanimous. And now motion to approve the February minutes.
I'll move for that too.
Okay,
second.
Toby's gonna second.
Toby's gonna second, okay.
Any discussion?
No.
All in
Nope.
favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Unanimous on that as well. The only correspondence was I sent the budget in, our approved budget into the town treasurer and the selectman's office. So that's the only correspondence I've had. There is
Okay.
public, so there is no public comment. There's no public, so there are no project consultations. We'll go to this old business. Connecting with residents, which is something we think about every year, and it probably, I think with Toby providing us soon with the digital version of the study manual for the historic district, that will be a good way for us, an avenue for us to connect with all the residents to try and get hold of everybody's emails and send it out to them so that it's an electronic version. And those that don't want to have it in that manner, well, we can purchase some data sticks and give it to them, hand it over to them that way.
Okay,
How about we send a link to all the realtors in the neighborhood?
Good, let's see, I bet I could, yes, we could upload it onto our website and then send an email to all the realtors. That's a good idea. Send an email to all the realtors to let them know that it's available for them to look at, and if they have questions, they can connect.
Well, yeah, serve as kind of a reminder for them to mention it to
Yep,
clients.
that's a really good idea.
yeah,
And once that's done, we could compose a short article for the Woodstock Villager. and Send that in.
Yep, that's good.
okay,
And probably it would be good if something to add to our website is just a little discussion of what character defining features mean, and an explanation of what we consider some of the character defining features of the district.
Cool.
Everything else is on the ability to download the application and all, but now, so the real nut of all this is how do we get everybody's emails? Maybe Toby, the way to go would be to get that article out first.
Oh, right.
And let people know that it's coming out, but that it will let people know that we need their email addresses.
Well, I don't know that you're going to get a lot of people rushing to hand over their email addresses, but if we post it on the website and we then tell them where they can download it, then they can self-serve.
That's true.
They could just go to the website and then click a link.
Yep.
Yeah, I think it, that's something I'll talk to Crystal at the town hall about in the selectman's office and see if we can give them something. I don't know how big the file is, but give it to them and let them upload it and then they'll be able, then the link will be there.
Okay,
Yeah, it's probably going to be a pretty big file right now. I'm guessing in the 10 to 20 megabytes range, so I'm not sure they'll be too happy about that, but all we can do is ask, and
Yep.
they can tell us what the limits are. If we have to, we can split it into several parts.
Right, yeah, we could do, yes, we could do that too. I think that's the way to go, so. Then maybe what we do is we send everybody a letter once if that indeed turns out to be the way to go, we end up going, we just mail a letter, hard copy letter to everybody and say, here's how you can find that, so you've got your own copy of the book.
okay, yep,
Sounds good.
sounds good.
And then hopefully something else will build from that for communicating, and something that might work better, be more successful than other things that we've tried in past years.
Yep,
Well, one thought could be reaching out to the Center for Woodstock History and seeing if they might be interested in putting together a series of sort of vignettes of old properties in Woodstock, and maybe we could offer that to the villager as well, or through the website, leveraging the information that we already have about the historic properties, but telling a story.
Yeah, I think the Historical Society won't have any, they're building their own exhibition right now. It's
are they?
pretty much it's of all of Woodstock, so that will, and that'll for when they open this summer, so that'll probably take up all available exhibition space. However, we might be able to leverage a corner of their website. They might let us take a little tab on their website to be able to do
Right.
a rotating property feature within the district. It's a good
Yeah, and they might like to have that report available for people to download too.
yes, we can ask. Yeah, I'll do that.
Yeah, I don't think there'd be any opposition in the,
No, I think they definitely like the link.
Yeah.
Link for that. Yep.
So Gail, you're going to contact the Historical Society?
Yep. That'll be easy to do. All right, good ideas. Let's see. Does anybody have any other old business to discuss?
no,
No?
Then new business, two things. One was the 2023 work. Is there any particular, sometimes the district takes on a project or of some sort, or investigation of a project, the beginnings of a project. Is there anything that anybody has in mind that might be beneficial in addition to, I think the communication, these ideas for communication are good. That might be.
This is an old one, but I don't think I heard the rest of the story, and that is the sidewalks.
You read my mind. You read my mind. I've done some research on it, and it's each abutter to the sidewalk in Woodstock is responsible for his or her, for their own section of sidewalk. However, the town also is supposed to spend money on the upkeep of the sidewalks. And there are 3 separate state grants
Oh,
could be available for monies to update sidewalks and in general improve traffic in the area on 169. So and the state has just gotten a piddling amount of money, $2 million to spread around the state for public access infrastructure improvements. Now, I was contacted a while back by Bev Brazil, excited about that, and and the bottom line is $2 million spread over 137 communities is,
Not
peanuts.
much. Yeah, not much.
Not much. And obviously it wouldn't be spread equally. It would go to
Yeah.
big projects. But there are a number of different potentials for it. So what I thought and I just was looking into it this morning a little more. And I thought that I would get back to the circuit riders, to Mike Fiorino, who's our circuit rider, and ask him to kind of put together. We need a handle. We need to understand who we need to contact and who we need to talk to, who could figure out if it's possible to layer some of these grants
Mhm.
in. And how to, I think, to develop not a full-blown proposal, but the outline of a proposal that
Yeah.
that could have two forms. One is just strictly repair the sidewalks, just
Right.
fix the sidewalks and expand them a little bit. But but it could also be, okay, if we wanted a slightly bigger project, a somewhat bigger project, it could be fix the sidewalks, expand them a little bit, and also some traffic calming measures. But we need somebody who's got an idea of the politics involved and the different agencies involved to see if it's possible to layer some of this money together.
Yep.
And
What about talking to Karen Fitzpatrick at the town?
I think that's I think we need to not give we need to do some of the initial discovery work, our exploration work ourselves.
Mhm.
Then
But she's an expert though in applying for grants for the town,
Yeah,
right?
so
So she
that's-
knows these things.
not, well, so what we need to do is, because it would be a historic district grant and it would involve, it would have to involve the town, but if we go through the preservation, the state preservation first, then we get their guidance, and then we go to the town with the need plus some suggestions for who the beginnings of suggestions for who might be available, and see if then Karen can expand it from there. And wait a second, I just read Karen just retired today, I think.
Oh,
Oh,
I think I just got the email that said that she retired. Today was her retirement.
oh,
I
good
guess
for
all
her.
these extra budget meetings triggered her retirement. I can understand that.
So, but if we do some initial work to see if it's even feasible, then go to them and let them, they'd have to do the bulk of the heavy lifting because we're a town agency. But just to do a little bit of work to see what's available, and the preservation work, it needs to not be rip all the sidewalk out and put down asphalt.
Right. That's not the answer.
That's not the answer. And we'd have to also replace the asphalt that's in front of several of the properties.
Yeah.
It would be putting back a better quality sidewalk.
Mhm.
And it's also going to, I've looked at it and I've talked to Mike, and it's going to involve, part of the project is going to need an engineer to come in because there's trees whose roots are destroying the sidewalk. So there's going to have to be a lot of arbor work as well. So, but if that's, I think that's a thing for us to begin to explore with some seriousness, because it's a real problem.
Okay.
So I guess the note should just be, that's it. We all agreed it was an excellent idea. We're going to do some exploration into funding. and then talk to the town.
Okay. Sounds good.
Then Jeremy, I thought was going to be here, but he must have gotten tied up. But another piece of new business is how can we help the 2 new members to get comfortable in their roles? So as Toby, you're the one of 2. So is there anything that comes to mind for you that the 3 of us can do to help you settle into your role as a commission member?
Well, I think it might be good before the applications flood in to provide any sort of preparation, training, help us get up to speed so we can understand what issues we can anticipate having to deal with and how those have been handled historically. That would be helpful.
And maybe a discussion of character defining features as well.
If that relates to the items we're going to have to deal with, sure.
Yeah, certainly does.
But it's more of a process question, really.
Okay. All right.
So we could put on an agenda for next month, a
Yep.
discussion of
Of
hearings,
how we go about doing a public hearing. Yeah.
Yeah. Sure.
Yep.
That's a good idea.
Walk across the lawn, Toby, and share a beer, and I can tell you what I know.
You could give them a lot of.
We should do that every day for the next couple of weeks.
Sounds good.
You'll be an expert by the time next meeting comes around. Anything else anybody has as new business?
No,
So I had one observation that I've seen in other towns when driving through recently. Some of them have these little signs up saying, "Welcome to the historic district."
Mhm.
Oh, yeah, we've talked about.
And that sort of addresses the issue that we've talked about at previous meetings, that people don't necessarily know they're in a district until after they've made a purchase or whatever. And that could help with some of the communication.
Absolutely.
And
Good idea.
So we could, there is money from the State Preservation Office to create two signs up.
2 signs?
Yep, one at either end.
Okay.
if you have a one road in the
Yeah.
small district.
We go a little different, and so we'd have to figure out how much, so I can make a call, or I can check with Mike again, find out how much money is available this year.
Yeah.
And we do the 2 ends of 169
Yeah.
Right.
for this year, or at the minimum, and we might be able to do more. And then just keep putting up signs. So
You have a chance, Toby, take a picture of some of them.
yeah,
Right.
that's the hard part, is trying to figure
Yeah.
out what it is. Well, depending on how much money we're gonna have. I mean, it could be $3.75, at which point, it's the magic marker on the piece of foam core, but
Yeah, well, we might, and if it's something that adds beauty and historical significance that helps to highlight the town, there might be 1 or 2 extra sources of money as well. I mean, it helps with tourism.
yes. Of course, it'll have to comply with the town's sign ordinance and with our own sign regulations, so.
Oh, no, it's fine. We erect them just outside the boundaries of the district.
You are entering.
Yes, you are about to enter, yes. Good
I
idea.
mean, I joke about it, but that may actually be a solution.
It might be a solution, yes.
Historic district, 100 yards.
there's my alarm for the next one. So, yes,
Okay,
that's a snooze. Hold on, let me bother. That's a good idea.
Yep.
So I got two things now to check with Mike about. So I'll take care of that over the next couple of weeks so that we'll be able to, I'll report back at the next meeting.
They might have some pictures.
Oh, the variety, they are some towns they are huge, in some towns they are small, sometimes they're brass plaques, sometimes they're metal signs, sometimes they're carved wood. Toby's right, every town that has decided to do it has decided on pick something different.
yep.
I could stop at that sign place over near the Walmart. See what they had for suggestions.
Let's see what we've got for money. And I'll email that around once I find out, I'll email that around and then we can start looking at what we can afford.
Okay.
Sounds like a plan.
Sounds good.
I am looking for a motion to adjourn.
I'd love to do that.
Who's that, Stan?
That's all I have.
Yes.
I'll
I'll
sec-
second that.
All
Stan,
right, Toby, I'll let you second.
all right. Notice any further discussion? If not, all in favor? Aye.
All right.
I-
Hey, Gail, before you drop off, can you spell Mike's name? Fiorino?
Fiorino.
Okay, I had it right. Okay, and he goes by Mike, not Michael?
He goes by Michael.
Okay,
I mean, officially, formally, his business card says Michael.
okay, that's how it'll show up in the minutes.
Very good. Thank you all.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Well,
Good night.
See you
All right.
next
Night,
time.
everyone.
Bye.